Alright, I decided to bite the bullet and finally buy a new ice fishing shelter. I didn't really upgrade in size, but what I upgraded in is the current ice shelter I have is not a thermal one, it's not insulated. This one is. It's got, like I said, basically the same footprint, so the size isn't much different, but it's a newer shelter. It's got that full opening door like a lot of the new ones are starting to move towards. So this one I got from PISCIFUN. I believe I'm saying that right. People can correct me if I'm wrong. Started to get a little ahead of myself before I started recording. That's as far as I got. Let's open it up the rest of the way. Alright, so first glance, bag's in decent condition, like it's not decent condition, it's a good solid material. Couple straps. It's very similar to the one that my old Cabelas has. It's got a zipper, it looks like it comes around the top and all the way down, which will make getting the shelter back in the bag nice. Looks like a couple of Velcro straps to cinch it all together. Oh, and those are sewed right on. So you're not going to lose those in a stiff breeze on the ice. That's nice. Like I said, nice canvas bag. Zips all the way down to the bottom, which is awesome. The bag also has a padded foot on it, which will help make the bag last longer as you're packing it up and taking it out, packing it up and whatnot. So that's nice. Oh, what else do we have here? Another Velcro strap to cinch it all together. Nice. I'm looking for, it's supposed to come with some anchors and poles and stuff. Maybe they're tucked in here still. I didn't want to get too far into it. There's a set of poles. I believe that's for the door. Okay. Two more sets of poles. So we got 3 sets of poles outside of what's standard for the shelter. Here we go. Alright, so spot for your license, or if you have to have your shelter registered out on the ice if you're leaving it out there. There we go. There we go. Alright, so some of your guidelines. One-page, very basic setup and takedown instructions. Alright, what is nice with this one, my old one from Cabelas, I've had that for, well, it's got to be going on 8, years, I think. Anyway, came with 4 of the screw-in anchors. What's nice about this one is it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It comes with 9 of them. So that's really cool. Also comes in a nice pouch. And the pouch, at each spot, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show it to you well, but it's got sewn in. Each anchor has its own little sewn in pocket that they can slide into and keeps them kind of staying in place. So that's really cool. And a Velcro lid. And like you saw, it was wrapped right up in the tent in the bag as well. So no problem with that fitting there. Alright, I think now it's time to get her set up. Seems to be decent quality, decent stitching. Nice material. One thing I like that some of the shelters don't have, it actually has the grommets in the skirt, so you can anchor down the skirt as well as your tie-offs at each of the hubs. My old one didn't have that, had some grommeted straps on the inside that you would anchor down, and then just anchors for your lines for your hubs. All right, let's get her set up. Alright. Well, at first glance, I am not a tall person, so it's almost perfect for me standing up. I can stand up all the way around it. I'm about 5'5", and I can stand in each corner, not be hitting my head. Plenty of room, obviously, in the middle because it gets taller there. If you're a tall person, you want to stand up a lot. I don't know. There's not a ton of head clearance in here, but it's not going to be an issue for me. Alright, now I gotta figure out where these other poles go. Alright, so there are no real instructions that tell you where these go. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. There is some Velcro on the side here. Maybe a pocket up there. And there's a pocket down there. So there's one that goes up this side. That looks like it. I'll put an end in that pocket. Another pocket there, and a little Velcro loop. All right, just secure it in. Okay, that goes in pretty easy. All right. Now that I know that's how that goes, that's going to take 2 seconds to put in. So I'm guessing then, that's going to be your vertical support on that corner right there. Makes sense. And then that longer one, I'm pretty sure is going to go across the top. So let's get those in. Alright, that top bar is a little more tricky getting in and out. If my hands were freezing cold, that'd be a little frustrating. Which, let's be honest, for the most part, they are going to be pretty darn cold. Now, at the same time, I've only been getting out on the ice a couple times a year. So, the convenience of this, now that I know where those poles go, it's going to be a lot easier popping up and down. And it being insulated versus not insulated, I feel is going to be huge for me. Alright, let me grab you, walk you around. Alright, so there's a grommet for anchoring there at the door and one at each corner, which makes sense then why they gave me 9. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, maybe one's extra. So we got the 4 corners for the grommets, 1 at the door. So there's your 5, and then your pullouts. If it's really windy, you can run a line at each one of those, and 1 at your door as well. So you can have your door nice and firm with a guy line coming down, or a tie-off line, whatever you want to call it, coming down here. So there's 4 spots for those, your 4 corners, and your 1 anchor for the door. Gives you your 9 anchor points. She seems pretty decently built. Now, it doesn't have your, what are they, YKK zippers or whatever, but the zipper that is on it is a fairly large zipper. And it seems sturdy enough. The zipper opens and closes quite nicely. Then you have your Velcro spot here to tie that down. You also have little pockets for all your tie downs. So there's a pocket at each one. There's a couple windows at each opposite corner, which is nice. All right, let's go inside. Cool, yeah. So your windows and your Windows 10 come all the way out, which my old shelter did not have. I never had a need to really open them all the way up. So that's something I'll just figure out as we go if that's a pro or a con for me. The windows Velcro up to be closed off. I'll leave it open for right now so we can get light in. We've got your vents that you can open and close, and there's one on either side. Okay. We also have this mesh up here sewn in for putting your gloves or any stuff you want to throw up there. I got 2 of them, 1 on each side. Let's see. Little tie downs, little Velcro to keep all your poles in place. Oh, another thing I also really liked about this that I wanted, that some of the other ones have, is a port for your propane hose line for your heater, which is really, really cool. So I can have my big propane tank on the outside if I'm bringing along the larger tank versus the 1-pounders, which I like the larger ones. It's a lot easier than changing out all those 1-pounders over and over again. Because when I do go out on the ice, it's usually for a full day. And I want to be able to have that heater running as I need. The door's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, let me see if I can flip it around here. Hands in the camera. For me, you know, I'm in the corner and I'm just now starting to bonk my head, but I was back up against that corner too, so I can really stand up straight anywhere in the shelter. I think it's about the same size as my old one. Might have to pull that one out, pop it up, so we can get side-by-sides on it. But yeah, I think I'm going to be happy with this. Oh, it does also have the, let me flip. opposite side of that door, you have that standard old school triangle. So there's that. It's nice it does have that flip over the top, so that'll help keep the weather from getting in. Once again, the zippers seem pretty heavy duty in terms of at least size, and they're pretty smooth, so that's good. You got pockets on either side for more little storage. A lot of times if it's just me or one other person, I will actually slide my sled straight in, park it right there. I'll have my holes drilled, and I'll put my fish finder right on top of there. And then I'll have a seat and a seat, which should work out pretty good. Yeah, cool. So, let me get you set back up here. Alright, so yeah, that's the little dirty from the shop, but the PISCIFUN shelter, it's one of the new ones. I went with the black and red because I've got one of their float jackets, which is black and red, so why not match? They also have a black and white kind of camo look one. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more on the ice in case it's foggy or it's snowing and stuff. I feel like this would be a little easier to see if you're out hole hopping and stuff and need to come back, depending on what type of body of water you're on. But yeah, all in all, at first glance, I am kind of stoked. I'm kind of excited about it. Yeah. Now, at the same token, I'm in Southeast Michigan, so fingers crossed we get some ice this year that I don't have to travel all the way up to the UP to find. Although that is a possible trip this year as well. So, that's the title. Alright. Well, cool. That's what I got for now. I'm hoping to get my old one down and popped up, and I can do a size and weight comparison. I don't feel like it was too much heavier, but it did have a little bit more weight to it. I like the style of the bag, and yeah, I'm going to get her packed back up. Of course, I forgot to put all the holes in everything. But having that strap for the shelter before it goes in the bag will be nice for moving spots on the ice, because I can just cinch that down, tighten it down, and start walking away with it on the sled and whatnot, and not worry about it like pieces of it hanging down or anything. Well, there you go. I do want to pop this up next to my other one. Cabelas one. That one's got your standard triangle doors on either side. But yeah, there's the PISCIFUN new ice shelter for 23-24 season. So just got it in today, threw it up, and there you go. If anyone's thinking about it, obviously I haven't had it on the ice yet, but it seems decently built. But yeah, that's it. Hope to do some more videos with it out on the ice.